Long ago, in the land of Israel, the people had turned away from God and worshipped a false god named Baal. Because of this, God sent a terrible drought to the land. For 3 long years there was no rain, and the ground became dry and cracked. The people were hungry, and their animals were thirsty. But God had a plan to show everyone that He was the true God of Israel. God sent His prophet Elijah to deliver a message to King Ahab, the ruler of Israel. Ahab had led the people into worshiping Baal, but Elijah was not afraid. He went to Ahab and said, "Bring all the people of Israel to Mount Carmel, and bring the 450 prophets of Baal. We will see once and for all who is the true God." King Ahab agreed, and the stage was set for an incredible showdown. On the day of the contest, all the people of Israel gathered at the top of Mount Carmel. Elijah spoke to the crowd, "How long will you waver between 2 opinions? If the Lord is God, follow Him. But if Baal is God, follow him." The people were silent. Elijah then explained the rules. Each side would prepare a sacrifice, but they wouldn't set fire to it. Instead, they would call upon their God to send fire from the sky. The God who answered with fire would be the true God. The prophets of Baal were given the first chance. They built their altar, placed a bull on it, and began calling out to Baal. "O Baal, answer us," they shouted from morning till noon. But there was no response. No fire, no sound, nothing. They danced around the altar, hoping to get Baal's attention. At noon, Elijah began to tease the prophets of Baal. "Shout louder," he said. "Maybe Baal is deep in thought, or perhaps he's busy or traveling. Maybe he's asleep and needs to be awakened." The prophets cried out even louder. They even cut themselves, hoping Baal would notice their pain. But still, there was no answer. Finally, it was Elijah's turn. He calmly repaired the altar of the Lord that had been broken down. He took 12 stones, 1 for each tribe of Israel, and built a new altar. Then he placed wood on it and prepared the sacrifice. But Elijah wasn't done. To make it even harder, he told the people to fill 4 large jars with water and pour it over the altar 3 times, drenching the wood and the sacrifice. Everything was soaked. Once everything was ready, Elijah stepped forward and prayed. He didn't shout or dance, he simply prayed. "O Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant. Answer me, O Lord, so these people will know that you are the true God." The crowd was silent, watching and waiting. Suddenly, the sky lit up with a brilliant flash. Fire fell from heaven, and it consumed the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and even the water in the trench. Everything was gone in an instant. The people gasped in awe, for there was no doubt that the Lord had answered Elijah's prayer. When the people saw this, they fell on their faces and cried out, "The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God." They realized that they had been wrong to follow Baal, and they returned to worshiping the one true God. Elijah then commanded that the prophets of Baal be seized, and they were defeated that day. After the contest, Elijah went to the top of the mountain to pray for rain. He sent his servant to look at the sky, and after several times, a small cloud appeared. Soon the sky grew dark, and heavy rain began to fall. The long drought was over. God had shown His power and His mercy to the people of Israel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.